So the task of welcoming us formally to the WIMBI's 22nd Annual Conference belongs to none other than the Chair, Programs and Conference Planning Committee for this conference, Molade Adeniyi. Yes, you can give her that applause. She's put in all the work and deserves more.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 22nd WIMBI's Annual Conference. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to you all to the prestigious 22nd Annual Conference of the Women in Management, Business and Public Service, WIMBI's. I am deeply honored to salute and celebrate our esteemed conference chairperson, Mrs. Bimbo Molade. Thank you. The CEO, Lead Consultant, Strictly Speaking Academy, a knowledge-based company that specializes in professional training, leadership, and personal coaching. Mrs. Molade is a veteran journalist, broadcaster, and producer with over 50 years of experience. I think that deserves another round of applause. With millions, I'm sure you will agree, always looking forward to her mellifluous voice on the NTA network news at 9 p.m. in the 1970s. She's extremely passionate about building up other women and contributing to growth and development. Thank you for graciously accepting to be our chair for this conference, and we look forward to your contributions and leadership over the next 2 days. It is with great pleasure that I also warmly welcome our distinguished keynote speaker. He's not with us at the moment, Mr. Paul Onwanibe, the Group CEO of the Landmark Africa Group. Under his visionary leadership, the Landmark Africa Group has achieved remarkable success, emerging as the fastest growing hub for business, leisure, and lifestyle on the dynamic West Africa coastline. His illustrious career extends beyond the boardroom. He's renowned as one of the fierce lions from the international business reality TV show Lion's Den, showcasing his entrepreneurial acumen and determination. This remarkable profile serves as a testament to the heights that can be achieved with dedication and innovation. I encourage each one of you to please delve into his inspiring journey, which you can find on the WIMBI's app. We're deeply appreciative of your time, and we consider it a privilege to have you here with us today. Your presence is an honor that enriches our conference, and we eagerly anticipate your keynote address. I salute and welcome our inspiring founders, the amazing 13 who dared to dream and birth WIMBI's, an organization that more than 2 decades after its founding continues to inspire, empower hundreds and thousands of women to attain leadership positions in business management and public service, to continue to contribute to nation building and to break stereotypes. Thank you for the legacy you have built and for continuing to be a strong pillar of support and formidable force to reckon with. Can we give a round of applause for our founders, please? To our spectacular lineup of highly intellectual and inspiring speakers and panelists, women and men who are captains of industries, experts in their respective fields, who achieve great things in the midst of impossibilities, I welcome you and express my profound gratitude for saying yes to us when we came knocking. I look forward to listening to you as well. I look forward to listening to you all as you share from your wealth of experience, keeping it real and authentic, and leaving us with gems that will propel us to thrive in our different businesses, careers, and other areas of life. We carefully curated the speakers for this conference, and I have no doubt that they will exceed all expectations and leave us wanting more. I wish I could call you all by name in appreciation, but time fails me. Again, I encourage you to log into the WIMBI's conference app. Do you see what I'm doing there? Making sure that we're all going into the app, where you will find all their bios and so much more. Technology has made things a lot easier, and WIMBI's is always at the forefront of innovation. For anyone who may not know, WIMBI's is a non-profit organization formed in 2001 to be a platform for professional women to interact and learn how to thrive in their business careers and or in the businesses that they run. Wimbiz has, over the last 22 years, remained resolute and committed to its mission of being the catalyst that elevates the profile of women, and to this end, has vigorously focused on the 4 pillars of Wimbiz, which are inspire, empower, advocate, and connect. Over the last 22 years, Wimbiz has recorded phenomenal impact, reaching over 350,000 women. That deserves a round of applause. With an impressive associate pool of over 2,500 women, Wimbiz continues to attract the creme de la creme across various sectors and walks of life. I want to use this opportunity to welcome our new associates, many of whom are at the Wimbiz annual conference for the first time. Over 400 women were inducted this year, the highest number to be inducted in a year so far. Thank you. Welcome to the amazing Wimbiz family that keeps giving and inspiring you to more. As the program's chair over the last year, we have collaborated with both local and international strategic partners to deliver programs and initiatives which have impacted thousands. Wimbiz programs this year has ranged from intimate roundtable discussions focusing on pertinent issues around the economy, business, career, self-development, use of technology, and much more, to more hands-on workshops that provide practical experience and learning that is easily transferable to producing results. Let's not forget the opportunities, the plethora of opportunities to network and increase your sphere of influence. Through the programs, Wimbiz reached over 2,500 women, both in person and online. More details can be found in the e-brochure, which is on the Wimbiz app. This year, for the first time, we held a program in Plateau State, Jos. And in addition to hosting events in at least 8 other states, we are definitely excited to be spreading the Wimbiz tentacles across the country. The annual conference, or this annual conference, is Wimbiz's flagship event. It holds in November of every year. And over the last 5 years, the conference has been delivered as a hybrid conference. This year is no exception. We have over 2,000 delegates that have registered, with many more for joining us virtually as well. The ability to hold it a hybrid allows us to reach people not just within Nigeria, but globally. The theme for this year's conference is Mission and Possible Thrive. And I'd like to say thank you to Oba, who gave us that chant of "And Possible Thrive." You will agree with me that 2023 has been a year with a myriad of challenges and seemingly impossible situations, except if you've been living under a rock, both locally and globally. Many people have taken the decision to just stay afloat and survive, much like the COVID years, because for me, COVID years, that's what I called it. It was just, let's just get through this. However, despite this, we see women thriving, pushing past the barriers and defying the odds to excel. Nigeria, for example, is known for its rich cultural heritage, and it has always been the birthplace of countless women who have embodied the spirit of mission and possible. These women have shattered ceilings, broken boundaries, and achieved the extraordinary, showing the world that gender is not a limitation, but a source of strength. Amina Yusuf, a law student at Lagos State University, Ojo, she smashed a 40-year-old record of the institution when she graduated with a perfect CGPA of 5.0. She deserves that round of applause. We all watched in awe and admiration as Hilda Basi Effiong became the new record holder for the longest cooking marathon by an individual, cooking for over 93 hours, bringing people together, rekindling hope, and challenging the norm. 26-year-old Rukaya Shitu won the Kwara Assembly seat, making her the youngest female legislator in Nigeria. Let's go to sports for the sports enthusiasts in our midst. Nigerian Super Falcons striker Asisat Oshaola became the first African player to score in 3 FIFA Women's World Cup tournaments. 2023 was an election year for us as a country, and we saw women stepping up, standing up to be counted, showing true courageous leadership, and making an impact in spaces that seemed impossible. We still have a long way to go when it comes to increasing women representation in political positions as a country. But you will agree with me that we have come a very long way. I want us to celebrate the courageous women who ran with dignity, purpose, and determination, showing us that it is possible. We salute you. On the international scene, Simone Biles, the amazing gymnast, and I watch her a lot because my daughter likes to think she's a budding Olympic gymnast. She made history with an incredible comeback after a 2-year hiatus, cementing her greatest of all time status by becoming the most decorated gymnast of all time, and showing us that it is possible to come back from whatever bump we face along the way. Then we have former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who had the courage to resign from the highest position in the land and the boldness to know when it was time to step down. In her words, "I know what this job takes, and I know that I no longer have enough in the tank to do it justice." She took a decision that many would have called impossible and made it her possibility and strength. I started 2023 on a high. Everything seemed to align. I was coasting. It felt like, this year was going to be the best yet. Then in July of this year, my dad passed away, quite unexpectedly. I'm a confirmed daddy's girl, so that hits me really hard. And it seemed like everything stopped, and I wanted to just crawl under a rock and stay there. I felt powerless, and I was ready to drop everything, including chairing the planning committee for this year. Everybody would have understood, right? Then I asked myself, what would Daddy have wanted? What inner strength do I have as a woman? And these words came to me. The only thing stopping you is yourself, your perspective and your thoughts. If you tell yourself you can't do something, then you can't do it. If you dream and you reach and you try, you can make it happen. And if you fail, learn from it and try again. Despite that setback, today I am thriving. I am possible. I pushed through the pain and have continued to thrive in all areas of my life. This is my am possible story. What is yours? Every one of us, we have our am impossible story to tell. Our story of thriving despite it all. And our hope is that over the next 2 days, as we listen to the speakers, connect with other delegates, and engage with all the conference has to offer, I want us to draw inspiration from all the exceptional women around us. Their stories, our stories, are testament to the fact that regardless of the odds stacked against us, we can thrive. We can reach heights that were once considered impossible. We can rewrite the narratives, redefine expectations, and prove that mission and possible is not just a theme, but a living reality. This year, we have exhibitions along the conference. We have our partners, associates, and life members showcasing their products and services. I want to encourage each of us to visit the stands throughout the course of the day. I cannot end my opening remarks this morning without sending gratitude to everyone who has made the journey of over 9 months to get here possible. To the Wimbies board, the 13 men and women who have been an exceptional support, led by the formidable chairman, Ms. Bisi Adeniyi. I say a big thank you for being accessible, for being supportive, pushing us to try new things and to push the boundaries. You held my hand and stepped in at just the right moment. You have been the pillar that kept us grounded, and you truly embody the definition of I am possible. To the 41 strong conference planning group of this year's conference, 35 men and 5 courageous men, I say thank you. The CPG, as we were fondly called, was an absolute delight to work with. None of this would have been possible without them. Dr. Joy Issa, the principal, as I like to call her, my deputy chair for this conference planning. She's the deputy chair for this conference planning and also the chair of the speaker engagement subcommittee, and she has been absolutely phenomenal, making valuable contributions and making sure we kept our focus at all times. As an educator, she made sure we were always in line. To the chairs of the various committees and their amazing team members, thank you for making this possible. Toyosi Odukoya, Yemisi Peters, Enime Inegbedion, Tolulope Olorundere, Gloria Idihai, and Angela Omokweli. My heart is full of gratitude. You are possible. So, funny story, during our meetings, we would always end with that mantra, you are possible, I am possible. To the chairs of the standing committees, my comrades in supporting the WIMBY's vision, Mrs. Chukunonso Onier Eze, Advocacy Committee, Mrs. Oluyinka Morgan, WIM Board, Mrs. Funlola Akiode, WIMPO, and Architect Mimuna Umar, membership. This quote, paraphrase, sums the committees for me. WIMBY's is a beautiful puzzle, made up of so many tiny pieces and parts. Without just one of them, something would be missing, and we wouldn't be whole. It's all of our parts that makes WIMBY's what it is. To our partners and sponsors, we say thank you. To all our volunteers, interns, associates, thank you for continuing to support us. Last but most certainly not the least, my most profound gratitude goes to the diligent and assiduous WIMBY's headquarters, led by the Nothing is Impossible Queen herself, Hansatu Adebite. And her phenomenal team. They work tirelessly day and night to ensure that the excellence you see before you today is possible. They are truly the glue that sticks it all together. It has been an absolute honor to have served as the chair of the programs committee and as chair of the conference planning group this year. I thank God for his grace and for granting me unspeakable favor as I carried out my duties. I have grown in leaps and bounds in just under 1 year. I have been stretched to limits that I didn't know was possible, and I remained intact. In fact, I think I blossomed. Thank you for those who trusted that I could do it, even when I wasn't so sure. To my darling husband and daughter for giving me the grace to serve with WIMBY's and to give back this way to an organization that I love and has impacted my life in so many ways. This conference is not merely a gathering. It's a platform for transformation. I urge each one of you to seize this opportunity to learn, connect, and empower yourselves. As you participate in the sessions and engage with our speakers and fellow delegates, remember, you are a part of a global movement of women who are making their missions possible. Let us leave this conference with a renewed sense of purpose, a commitment to break down barriers, and the belief that together we can achieve the impossible. As we embark on this incredible journey over the next 2 days, let us be inspired by women who have paved the way, and let us inspire one another to reach new heights. Now is the time to write that book, start that business, make that career change. Just do it. You are possible. I welcome you once again to the WIMBY's 22nd Annual Conference, to the Mission and Possible Conference. Together, we will thrive. Thank you very much.